can't do this anymore. It's not right. I need to get out of here. Was that doll always there? There's a letter stuck to it. Let's see here.
Dear Angrynator, this is Amy. She's going to be very helpful to your escape.
Okay, so... Amy, you're going to help me escape, huh? But you're just a lifeless doll that can't do anything by yourself. I bet if you actually could, you would run towards the enemies. That is, if you could actually walk. Damn, this is creepy, Amy. Wait, what the... Amy! Amy! Crying out loud, Amy! Ouch, okay, well... That obviously didn't work. And since I was almost mauled to death by a really cheap-looking monster while I attempted to escape, I guess we should take a quick look at Amy on the PS3. And I actually don't have a box cover or even a disc to show you, since guess what? It was download only. Yeah, already we can deduct 2 points for no guarantee on preservation. Well, this is Amy.
Amy was a game made for the PS3 and Xbox 360 in 2012. An interesting year for games, I might say. Amy didn't get a nice reception, usually scoring an average of 2 out of 10. The nicest things critics could say about Amy was, well, at least they tried something new.
So what new did they actually bring to the table, and why didn't it work? Well, let's find out. This is Amy.
Well, before we can find out anything, the game has to update. Classic new generation bullshit. Nobody completed the games, they all waited until later to iron out glitches.
I mean, why wait to release something in December when you can release it in a barely playable state in June, right? Come to think of it, isn't that what all of those live service things are? I never actually played any of them, so I wouldn't know.
And after it's done updating, we need to load trophy stuff. Yeah, I actually never cared about trophies at all.
Seriously, I only got 24 platinum trophies. Yeah, I barely even try.
Well, we finally get the main menu and it is shitty looking, and apparently we can change the control scheme of the game interesting. Let's stick with classic for now. We then have about half an hour movie featuring our main cast Lena, which we'll be controlling, and of course, Amy. Who is a self-centered little brat? I mean, why else would the game be named after her?
And I actually think the nerd said it best. Is this what people do nowadays? Just sit around watching a game? Seriously, I got more than 20 unopened video games back home. I just can't be bothered sitting around watching a game for hours without playing it. Just don't have that much time anymore.
Well, anyway, apparently Amy is a child from an institute and Lana, a mother figure I presume, trying to get Amy some actual help. Since we all know that institutes in horror flicks never helps anyone. While they sit and, well, do whatever they do, Amy gets a drawing pad that's way more advanced than my vacuum Cintiq. And since it is a survival horror game, the train which they're on crashes injures Lana and we now get to play the game.
We need to find her.
Which sucks, by the way. It tells us that we need to press grab to run faster, but that's not true, we use L1 for that. So the first I did was to check the toilet, since of course I do that. And we stumble upon the first of probably many cliches: the African American dies first.
That's not good when you make cliches this early in the game. But I guess we just have to move on. Oh, creepy T-pose, man. Really scary.
Well, we got a stick next to the body, and oddly enough, he doesn't jump scare us, making a false sense of security, I presume. Oh, and we can also do this.
Games with these kinds of errors aren't scary, they're just weird, boring, and usually not that well made.
Anyway, we move on and find this fella.
That's the enemies in the game, people. Hopefully they get better, but I wouldn't count on it. On a side note, I am playing on easy mode since I'm not that used to bad PS3 games, nor horror games for that matter, so I kinda need all the help I can get.
Well, we meet Marcello, who's, well, an interesting character who offers to help find Amy.
Amy, this nice lady here really wants to find you, so we can all go on and get away from all these monsters.
Okay. Yikes. It's a shame I can't beat him senseless now, since I really do believe that's necessary later on.
Well, the game is boring. Now we need some sort of DNA sample to open a door. What is this, Half-Life? Well, we find that not in the obvious place, but the weirdly non-jump scare officer inside the train, I think. He was a conductor, but who gives an ass?
Holy shit, he's gone. I bet you he's going to jump scare us later.
Well, we get the blood sample with a weirdly looking effect. Not even the 70s movies could have done worse. Then we have an ass puzzle, which I've seen one too many times. You try out one thing, then the computer tells you whether it is right or not. Or if it is right, but placed wrong. It's a real no-brainer, really just takes a few tries to beat, and we turned the power off, which I would believe was a bad thing. Oh, okay, I guess we freaking needed to turn it off.
Okay, apparently this control panel only controls the fence, and come to think of it, why does a simple train station with Boston accent people even have an electrical fence? Well, I guess that's the mystery somebody else can solve.
Amy, come out, wherever you are.
After some time searching, we finally find Amy, wish we hadn't, and Marcello is surprised she's real.
I'll be damned, there really was a little girl.
I think he's mistaking Lena for a way better developed horror-flag character.
Anyway, we of course find her in the toilet and... wait for it. Nothing!
Nothing again? Come on, Victor Cell. We know you like overly used cliches, so why not a bathroom scare? That's like the oldest one in the book. T-Postman doesn't count since he was outside the toilet.
So we get to a room where Amy can crawl in under a vent to open up a door or something. I guess Lana's fat ass is too big to crawl in and help out. So you get the first controls of Amy, which always results in Amy smiling like a fucking retard. Anyway, I guess I need to get to the other side to help Amy get out, since I hardly believe she's capable of anything herself. So we get a new way which has prison cells with lots of what I can assume is zombies.
Too much to go through. Train station, prison cells, wired fence. Oh, that's too much.
So we kill the monsters and gets to a place I have no clue of what to do, and I guess I need to figure out a way to open Amy's door, but I could have sworn she did that herself. I mean, that dumb smile she made. Maybe she just pooped her pants and knows Lana has to change her. Fuck you, Amy.
Really, lady? That's an obvious jump scare, and not even a good one at that.
But lucky for us, the scare made it possible for Amy to get out of there. Well, that's a really stupid game design. Couldn't she, oh I don't know, get out on her own? So we manages to walk all the way back, get Amy on the elevator, activate the elevator, make some mistakes, fuck. Then praise Amy for something anybody could do. I mean, why not tell Marcello to do it, right? Well, we then get a cheap ass cutscene, or should I say half-assed pictures of Marcello being shot by the military.
Thank you, Marcello. I'm so sorry.
That's actually a really good rule in horror flicks as well as video games. The military is never your ally.
So Marcello is dead, even Lana says so, since
Amy?
apparently it wasn't obvious from the crappy cinematic. Well, on our way to find Amy again, since apparently she ran off yet again, we see this dead person followed by a screaming guy.
Wow, that blood looks so fake that calling it ketchup would be an insult to ketchup.
Well, we move on since obviously what spilled that red goop on the floor, fuck it. Let's call it blood, since they obviously intended it to be that. Well, whatever spilled it isn't important enough. We got the red gas room to get through, and let me tell you, it's like Lana is on a drug trip when she's separated from Amy for too long, since Amy is actually the cure to this zombie infection, I believe.
And we all know that Last of Us did this better. But here's the thing. I would gladly give up Last of Us 1, 2 and hell even the remastered version if they just made another Jak and Daxter game. I mean, all this new horror crap. Why so realistic? Why can't video games be fun little adventures anymore?
People probably disagree with my decision on that matter, so let's move on. We find Amy in a closet, and no, that's not a joke. What is a joke is this monster we completely overlooked.
Oh shit, he looks like a Psycho Breakout reject. Shit. Or maybe he's from Outlast. Since they would also redo the design. Since it sucks.
And also, isn't the hit glitched or not properly loaded or rendered? Whatever it's called. We gotta hide quick inside the stupid closet again. Yeah, Lana's inside the closet. That's a joke. Also, that explains why the only male characters we've seen so far all died. Fuck that though, we have a problem. The monster's approaching since it can figure out to go around corners and we have to figure out how to go in the closet. So in order to hide, we have to press X, but that's not enough. We also have to decide who to hide. Square for Amy, X for both, circle to cancel, and I presume triangle for Lana alone. Well, we hid from the monster and he's just wandering around aimlessly now, I guess, and well, we can now go to the place the monster came from. Press left D-pad to turn on the light that Amy has. Honestly, I don't know if the game is programmed so the monsters can see the light or not, but after walking all that way to the end of the road, I'm stuck. I can't figure out where to go. Maybe I need to sneak past the small zombie. No, obviously not. Okay, maybe I need to trick the big guy into following me, then hide so I can proceed that way. Fuck!
Okay, so I died. And we start all the way back from the beginning of the stage. I'll be right back.
Well, I think I tried about everything I can. Only thing left to do is break the glass with the stake I found where the big guy came from.
Damn, that guy looks like a mixture of a Twilight werewolf, oddly enough, and the Joker. Poor soul, man.
Okay, run like the fucking wind, bitch.
Nothing to get the creep out of you like a trophy in cowardliness. Yeah, that really breaks the immersion, doesn't it? I know you can turn them off, but come on. That's a hassle.
So I have to say, staying inside this closet, you get a nice creepy view of the guy from the mirror. That's clever placing and I have to give the team credit for that. Plus, the reason I hid in the first place was because I thought the big guy was going to hear the breaking glass, so he's blind and deaf? Although he clearly showed otherwise in multiple occasions earlier. Well, we beat the crap out of the small guy, the big guy is still deaf, and we managed to proceed and is now trying to hide from this Darth Vader wannabe.
No, not that wannabe. Another one.
I know where there's a whole bunch of them.
Look.
Jesus, woman! Can you talk any louder? I don't think he quite heard you there.
So, once again I'm stuck. I don't know what to do, nor do the game help me in any way.
You know, I always blame games for holding your hand. Yeah. Well, this is an instance where I would actually appreciate it, since the game is so unforgiving when it comes to checkpoints and just trying out something new in general.
It feels like every time you have an idea and execute it, if that idea wasn't the intended way of doing that part, it's game over and you have to start all over. The game literally discourages you to be inventive. It feels like it wants you to follow its rules and its ways of doing things, without telling you what those things actually are. For instance, I tried sneak past this guy, that didn't work, then I just said fuck it and engage combat.
And I died. Great. One hit was all it took. And how many times did I hit him? Like 50 or something? Yeah, that seems fair.
But luckily, or unlucky for me, the game actually got some more checkpoints after its initial release.
So the original version of the video game was actually worse? Damn. I wouldn't like to play that version then.
Okay, so I figured out we have to call this phone from the very same phone. I don't think the developers knows what a phone booth is.
To be honest, I don't think that too many people do anymore. That's actually sad. Well, did you know that Superman actually changed into his outfit in a phone booth? Yeah, good old days. Good old days.
Well, this makes the soldier leave his post, but I already checked the door and I can't bypass it. Okay, after a lot of trial and error, I figured we have to go the way the soldier opened. I mean, go figure. I would stay away from him had I been in this situation, but well, we also find the symbol which apparently Amy can draw to get superpowers.
Yeah, it's unoriginal, lazy, and just overall a dull, boring design, but it can actually help us. I believe.
It's a silence bubble which we can shoot to move silently.
Shit, he spotted us! Gee, I wonder why. I don't know, maybe that big ass bubble Amy made? Yeah, that could be it.
Shit, gotta go hide, gotta hide!
Fuck! And now I have to go back and do everything again, even ring the damn phone, just because the mechanics didn't work properly.
Okay, apparently we used a silencer, yeah, let's call it that, on the weird thingies on the ground. I guess they are sound-sensitive mines? Fuck! Once again, the mechanics won't work in your favor. Well, we get through that malarkey and Amy hacks a door. Apparently she can do that, and we now enter the next room, which shows the culprit, the church.
For the great day of his wrath is come, is come.
Isn't it always the church that's the evil one in horror flicks and whatnot? I mean, there are so many scenarios with a deranged priest thinking all of this is the work of whatever god they believe in. So weird. Oh, and also it's another cliche, so they on a roll today.
So we wander around in this room, clearly seeing that this is a freaking dead end. Just like the fucking game is. Okay, I guess we should head back then. No, you stupid shitbag! Get back here, what, you want to die? Well, be my guest, I've had about enough of this shitty ass game anyway!
I can't do this anymore, this game is bad, it's shit, it's fucked up, it's shit, man, it can't do it! I'm fucking out of here! Oh, there. Finally back. Man, That's the worst shit I've done in a while, seriously. Who would find that game good? Alright. Finally back on the good old couch, huh? Well, that's something I missed. Man, it's so good I don't have to play that stupid Amy game anymore. Okay, let's give this one more go.
So apparently either my game is bugged or I missed something, but after going to that room and back, the soldier should have encountered a zombie Joker and run off so I can proceed. Didn't, so I guess we can sneak past him? Yeah, you dumb fuck, I'm wearing high heels right next to you and you do nothing. Yeah, stupid ass. Okay, we're in another drug room, I believe we can call it, and I got no clue what to do now. Oh fuck.
Well, the game fucking sucks, that's all there is to it. Happy Halloween, everybody, and do yourself a favor and play some better games.
His wrath is come.